What the jack is up, everybody? And here, back at it again with another video. It is episode 5 of the Maple Story 2026 progression series. Another week has passed, and it's time to show the gains we've made throughout the week. Bring up the spreadsheet. So, immediately this needs to be updated because, as shown in yesterday's video, the Ren can now clear Black Mage. Yay! Well overdue. And the only other thing to note is that um, the Dawn Warrior is now taking the Arcane River dailies because the Hayato is done. And the Kanna is more or less done. As for overall account progression, the Adele has had a guild change because we've unlocked Guild Castle. I went through the tedious process of trying to get 5 people on in the guild at once to do the quest. May involve me having to boot up and reactivate some old mules and getting some friends to help. And yes, now we have to do this thing. I didn't realize just how inane and tedious this thing was. Thankfully, the harder did have a enhancement also, but good god. Yeah, so those numbers to the right there, 18 in possession, 17 in possession, 20 in possession, yeah, that was an hour of farming on the Hayato at like 420 drop rate. So yeah, that's going to be about 50 to 60 hours of grinding. This nearly got me, so yeah, between that and Breath of Artisans being, so you can get one, from what I found, you can get one per week by doing the 5k kill quest on the guild leader. And then there's a slight chance to get them from C10 bosses. And here I'm thinking, well, shit, that's going to take a while. But I've seen like people say that they're as rare as pitched, so I need 30 of them, which is, good god, that's a lot. So yeah, the Adele I moved to the Mule Guild to bolster the acquisition of Breath of Artisans. I was tempted to move the rent early to help prog this quest, since I do like roughly an hour to 2 hours of training on it a day. I could increase the rate I get all this materials, but I'm deciding against it. It's staying on Challenger World. I'm gonna stick to it. But we'll see how we go. I was hoping to get this unlocked for March 1st, but well, it is what it is. I will be a pleb and just manually start catch. But yeah, this is an account progression that we'll eventually get to. Let's move on to the individual updates. The Ren. So last week we were at 169 mil. Nice. Now we're at 172. So got some again. I don't think we got any gains through symbols because we were 285. We unlocked the Carcion symbol. But what we did to get gains, if I can zoom out. Well, first up, we made some massive EXP gains. Went a little crazy on Rune Day. Got about, here we go, Rune Day gains right here. Boom, boom, boom. And yes, I know there's 2 books there. We'll talk about that in a second. But this was the start of the rune, and this was the end of the Rune Day. So cheeky 12T. That's not too bad. I think I got about 320 frags, which was juicy. And then, of course, Will was kind enough to drop another book, so I can throw any red flames or rainbow flames onto it and see if I can get a upgrade. And then biggest upgrade was using the abyss flames that Black Mage unlocked for me. I did get a cheeky little upgrade, which is pretty damn good upgrade. All right, what else to talk about? Yes, Black Mage was defeated. Phase took, I think it was my 3rd time in phase 4 was enough to kill it. I had some like really good runs in phase 3 where I was going deathless up until like it got down to 5%, and then I just hard entered. But yes, Black Mage down. Now on to practicing hard Seren. Can do normal Seren. it's a lot to ask for. It's a different kind of play style to Black Mage. Or Black Mage, you can play very slow and be okay, but with Seren, you have to be very aggressive and very on your toes. All right. More importantly, we are now at 28.7 bill for this weekend. Upon reset, we can grab another cheeky, I think 6.6 bill for just doing bosses. If I do an hour of farming a day, that's another maybe 2 bill, give or take, depending how well I do. And of course, if I clear Black Mage on March 1st, it's another cheeky 4.5 bill. So we can probably hit the 40 bill mark, which is quite good. Pretty good for 2 weeks of farming with only one boss meal. And this is kind of my idea what to do for March 1st. We'll see what happens. So I am not sure if I want to take the Maester ring to 23 stars and then just get a cheeky 22 Golix ring, and then that's it. Don't have to think about Golix, at least Golix rings. But I may just, if I want to just save Maester and go for like gains across the board, I might just make the 21 superior and chill. Then we have one black bean mark and one pap mark. So I'll get the black bean mark up to 18 stars, tap it at 19. If that goes to 19, I'll tap the pap mark to it, and so on and so forth. If they both go 20, I'll tap the pap mark 21 to see what happens, and then we could get some gains. As for superior belt and earrings, I do have a decent amount of spares. 4 spares for the belt, 3 spares for the earrings. And again, Twilight Mark's also 5 spares, so quite comfortable with the amount of spares I have, so I could probably tap for them. And look, if I tap this at 22, tap this at 22, the inventory is going to look a lot better, as all these will just disappear. And I only have 1 spare. Maybe I'll have 2, but I'll see to see if I can get this at 21 stars, because that'll be a decent upgrade. Probably the biggest upgrade, like the rings will probably, I'll do the rings first, probably. I should probably change. Slime ring will probably be 3rd to tap. I also might do arcanes instead of the superior belt and earrings and mark. Maybe. 40 bill isn't a lot when you're dealing with arcanes, so I don't really want to go crazy. But yeah, just do my best to be as efficient as possible with trying to get gains. All right, let's move on to the Adele. Hopefully this one isn't another 30-minute video. The Adele did some training. I think I'd had like 10 boosters that were untradeable, so I thought, you know what? I'll put it on the Adele. We'll crank it up a little bit. I think I got, what? There we go. 2T? Yeah, give it a 2T. Getting about 3 mil range, I think. I don't know what from. Event buffs. They were event buffs. But yeah, not much. I don't think much has changed since last week. Did we take a photo of Hexastat? Well, Hexastat's now 16. You can barely see it because great directing this camera. Not much has happened on the Adele. I did try Black Mage, but oh my god, look, compared to Rand, even compared to Hayato, Adele is just so clunky. I can't believe how clunky it is. I think if I just bash my head against the wall, I could probably get it done. It's also made harder because I'm running at Cont 4 on the Adele, so the burst is weaker and requires me to lock in during off burst, which is just, yeah, like the class is harder than I want it to be. It doesn't flow quite well. A lot of, yeah, it's a lot. Regardless, it is slowly doing dailies, slowly accruing spares. Really, the only spares matters is Dom Pendants for this account and Arcane spares. I think I'll start putting more spares onto the Adele now, since the Hayato now has 4 set. But apart from that, the Adele is it's slowly look, I'm waiting for the balance patch. With the balance patch, Adele becomes significantly better, and I am very keen to play a better class. Very keen. All right, and yes, did move it to the Mule Guild, so it can help prog the enhancement hole. All right, the blaster, it is making tracks through the Eternatus weapon quest. Outside that, it's slowly accruing symbols. Don't want to spend it on it because I want to save money for Star Force. Haven't changed Hexa. I think range is relatively stayed the same. 4 mil is probably just from event buffs. Yeah, was 435 last week, now up to 905. And from this schedule, yes, late March, it will liberate. And for Star Force, I'm not sure the priority on this. It's kind of just nice. Like, look, right now, the blaster is just a Centennial at the moment. It can't really push higher content. I could probably do Black Mage on it, but I don't want to. It's hard enough. Uh, I think I just personally struggle with blaster upkeep. Like some days I'm really good at it, some days I'm just really bad at it. Like the amount of variance this thing takes when I do C10 bosses, my goodness. I'm hoping with a spike in damage, it just becomes a lot easier and more streamlined. Um, Again, also balance changes. Balance changes aren't as quality of life as they are for Adele, and I'm a little small brain to think how much they actually help Blaster. What will help Blaster though, out of the three things I want to cube for it, uh, like look, all three are big gains, but the earrings are the biggest because I am running Superior 3 set on this goddamn thing. This is like an easy upgrade. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to tap these Superior earrings. Hopefully it goes 22. Safeguard, cost 11 bill, in and out. Should be a big gain. Can also make a big gain with the monocle and the slime ring since I'm running like a 17-star solid ring. And then I'm running a 17-star untransposed monocle. And this is legacy transposed, so it has the cool flame. Only issue is that I want to spend my money elsewhere this Star Force. Like we have a decent sum of it, but we don't have that's right, I didn't actually include the money here. All right, I'll have to fix that. We'll do that later. But yes, I ideally want to at least do the superior earrings. Well, ideally I want to do all three of them, but it's just too many things to do. Not enough money, and we have to pick and choose. Like it will eventually get done. It just may not get done this weekend. All right, the Hayato. We are progressing nicely. We're at 270, which is up from 266. We made some big gains with the Hayato. Rune Day got, I think I did an hour on the Hayato on Rune Day. Did max out arcane symbols, so I can stop doing weeklies and half the dailies on it. Have unlocked Rudium. Made some significant progress, or some decent progress through Hexa. We're about nearly 900 frags into the account. Probably stop around the 3K mark before I move on to. I might boost up the Adele or move on to the Kanna. But yes, because we maxed out symbols, we're sitting at a 67 mil CP, up from 61, which is a decent boost. We also unlocked Odium, which also boosts damage. Equips haven't changed that much. We're also, uh, thanks to Jenny Pass, easily succeeded the blaster. And yes, we will be living on March 5th. So big gains for the Hayato. As for Star Force, it is limited to, because of spares, it is limited to really only doing two things. First up, quick and easy gains will just be 18 star all of these arcanes. Got a cheeky settle pot for the gloves with free cubes, which is very nice. But yes, getting all these to 18 stars, I will most definitely be doing these first because it's an easy free gain. Not free gain, but it's there's no risk to it. And I could Star Force this since I do have 2 spares, but it is a low priority. And then once these are 18 stars, it's all about just accumulating pendants, so I can eventually make a 21, 22 star superior pendant, and then eventually a 22 star or 21 star secondary pendant, as everything else is 21 star settle. And with how powerful the class is, I don't think I need to take it any further. But yeah, then after March 5th, it will liberate, and I'll probably cube the weapon. Also cube the rest of the gear, so it's at least fake 3-line, and the Hayato should be in a pretty damn good spot to eventually, most definitely clear Black Mage, especially if it's the last Journey Pass. All right, now for the Kanna. So the Kanna is, if I can make this visible, nearly completed with the symbols. It's a little awkward as because this used to be a Meso Farmer, some of these are already maxed. I don't know how Choo Choo got maxed out more before EJ. It is what it is. But based on Asphera, it will be finished by March 9th, which is a very nice conclusion as we close up like the initial 9 projects we have here. CP gains, nothing really increased from last week, maybe a little bit. I think I leveled up one of these. No, I didn't. It was just probably event. It's always event buffs. All right, so nearly maxed out Arcane. I redeemed the Hot Week frags on it. Barely see that. But I don't have enough Soul Letter. I have a Reg Server problem now. So come reset, I'll throw the 9 Soul Letter onto this and move the frags probably onto the Hayato, who has an abundance of Soul Letter right now. And then I'll be able to unlock M2, 3, and 4. That should be a decent boost to the Kanna. Also unlocked Soul Letter or Soul Janus pretty quickly, as yeah, trading on this thing is yeah. As for EXP, what are we sitting at? We're at nearly 60%. Last week we were at 33. It's decent. I may start doing Monster Park Extreme on the Kanna. I was doing it on the Blaster, which I forgot to mention, is now level 264. I'll probably push it to 265 first, and then deal with the Kanna. I think that's probably the best play to do. But yes, the Kanna has a ridiculous amount of spares. Not only do they have a lot of equips from Ranmaru, but as you can see from the Rudibus shop, we can get 30 of each, or 60 of one of them, and then like a billion gloves. So we have a lot of spares to go through. I don't think I don't need a safeguard. Like we have so many. That's like what, 10, 13, 14 capes. And yeah, so the Kanna, I really want to make 21 star Absos. So this is just 0 to 22 on one of these and transfer it across. Get CRA to 21, 22 star KT, then transfer it to the fresh new superior Golix room we have here. And then do the same for the earrings, the belt. Haven't got a arcane weapon box drop yet. We may get this after boss reset tomorrow. Or what am I saying? This goes live at reset. So today, this is not recorded the day before. No chance. Secondary is waiting as well. Can start us up to at least 18 stars. Slime Ring is also just safeguard it, get it at 18 stars, and cube it. Pat Mark, we do have 2 of them. I can see if I can get this at 21 stars, but I will say it is lower priority. And then like all these 2 I think all these 3 are low prior, since this is a 17 star reinforced with what, 21 int 1-line drop. And then this is 3-line. So I may just get these to 18 stars and call it. I think that's probably just make my money go a little further. But everything else here is should see a big gain. I am hoping to see this number to go up to at least 50 to 60 mil, and I'll be easily enough to start C10 with this character. That's the goal. I want to see C10, clear C10 with the Kanna after this. I think it's definitely possible. Since right now it's running this and this is hybrid drop gear. This is pretty sure this is also double line drop gear. 3 items that just aren't doing anything for the class. I may rent the tattoo since I don't have enough. Actually, so yeah, I'll probably rent the face accessory. Yeah, it's just 17 stars. And then wait for a Twilight drop. Once I get the Twilight, I'll attain to the Twilight mark and go from there. And then so I could do a KT to 18 stars, but look, I only have 5 KTs. I don't have Maester unlocked on the Kanna. So it all depends on spares. But worst case scenario, I'll just cube up an event ring and just wear that. But yeah, big plans for the Kanna. This is probably the main event for the Kronos account. Try and get this thing to T10 levels. You should see a pretty significant upgrade if everything goes well. All right, let's speed run the rest since we're already at 21 minutes. The Shade, it is still in reinforced earrings waiting room. I have everything else, and it's still waiting on that reinforced drop from Golix. It got I think there it is. It got a superior earring before a reinforced earring, so that's fun. And it will be completed assembles by March 16th. That's really the only thing to report on. Dawn Warrior, also nothing to report on. It's also waiting for an arcane weapon to drop, but the Kanna does get prayer, and the only thing to really make note of is that it will be completed by March 20th. And it can make some pretty, same with the Shade, it can make some really big gains with about 20 bill. But it is, we have to be patient. It's also being leveled up slightly thanks to some mag pots. And then the Lin, which continues to impress me, it cleared Guardian Angel Slime at 4.8 mil. Sure, it did take like 20 minutes, hey, but it completed it. And with the rate we're going right now, give or take, we'll have symbols completed before it leaps over, which is, hey, it's pretty good for a brand new character that is, how old is this character? Let's go back. It was like 219, the end of January, and a little baby. Look how far it's gone with just free shit. Yippee. But yes, now we go into the important part, money. So we have 28.9 bill? 28.7. And I think I have whoops, not that much. I think I have like 1 bill. Well, you know, I'm gonna call it 30 bill flat. Thanks to the what's it called? Okay, the Lin did some bosses, and it has some money on there. Fuck, that was some brain lag for real. So 30 bill, hoping to have 40 bill by Sunday Star Force. All right, as for Kronos, let's get out of larger world. We'll minimize. Go into the Hayato. Like 10 million years to load. So the Hayato. Let's open. I know keybinds. There it is. Storage. Oh, 37 bill. Ending balance for the week. Didn't spend a single cent. So we had what, 4 bill last week. Now we had 37.1. Made about 33 bill. And I think between my characters, I may have an extra bill lying about. So we'll call it 38 bill clean. And with an additional, what, 33 coming from next week and maybe a bit more, I will be sitting at roughly 70-ish bill. Not bad for 2 weeks of work. But yeah, we'll see how much that that progresses the account. So yes, quick summary, what we're doing for Star Force. Kind of going to be the focus. Hayato will get some small gains from equipping arcanes. and then the blaster might get some love. Regardless, there's always going to be another Star Force event. So, and there is also more opportunity to save. So we'll see how this goes. That does it for week 5. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to have a chucking good day. Catch you all in the next one.